'cause the Danbury Westerners are playing tonight. They'll be swinging their bats and they'll be hitting home runs. It's a night of excitement and family fun.
Welcome, sports fans, to another edition of Westerners Roundup.
Hi, and welcome to the 2013 edition of the Danbury Westerners Roundup. I'm your host, Bob Brett Jr. Tonight, I have the man who is the president of the Danbury Westerners, Mr. Paul Schaffer. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bob. Glad to be here.
So, Paul, what's new and exciting with the Westerners this year?
Well, we're pretty pumped up for our 19th year here playing in Danbury. We've signed most of our roster right now. We have a couple of slots still open, and we're really doing our final preparations to get ready for opening night on June 7th.
The coaching staff still the same?
Yeah, we're bringing back Jamie Shevchik from Keystone College, 6th year at the helm for us. We have our local legend, Sean Fesh, coming back as our pitching coach, and we're bringing back Coach Smythe as our assistant coach as well.
Now, the Westerners this year have had, well, as of last year, they've won the NECBL championship.
We won the Western Division championship. We haven't quite won the championship yet.
But we're hoping that it could be this year.
Yeah, the team looks really good. We're bringing back at least 3 players from the squad last year, 2 of whom made the All-Star team. We have 5 people signed to the team that have been drafted by Major League Baseball, and we have some really prestigious schools that we've recruited from this year to bring some great talent to Danbury for this summer.
There's a lot of local players as well, right?
Yeah, we've recruited right now 5 local players from Brewster, from Sandy Hook, from Ridgefield, and the surrounding areas too. So it's a really nice mix. We really do like to bring some local talent onto the team to help show in the community that there is local talent in Connecticut that can play for a prestigious league like ours.
Now, what's the process that goes through for a player to come to the Westerners or any other team in the NECBL?
Well, Bob, believe it or not, the process really starts right after our season ends in August. Our coach, our general manager, they'll be on the phone talking to local colleges and universities, talking to their head coach, their baseball coach, and really trying to get a feel for players that they feel could have a meaningful impact on for a team like ours, as well as hone their schools in the efforts to perhaps get drafted one day by Major League Baseball. You know, one thing that's really interesting, Bob, is that I've noticed over the last few years that we used to go to a lot of colleges and ask for players, and really it's switched now. The coaches are coming to us and recommending players, and we actually have to go through a process to decide who we think is of a high enough quality to perform for our team. So, and it's really a great testimonial to the work that our coaching staff has done and our board of directors has done.
Now, this year, the NECBL is expanding, right?
That's right, Bob. We have a new commissioner, Sean McGrath, who actually used to play for the Westerners.
Yes, many years ago.
Many years ago. He won't say many years ago. But we have 3 new teams. We have a team in Plymouth, Massachusetts. We have a team in Rhode Island, very close to the Newport team, and which is a first for the NECBL. We have a team in New York, in Saratoga Springs, a great community that's supported baseball for several years.
So the NECBL actually is going to kind of branch into the New York area.
Yeah, I hesitate to say we're going to branch further into the New York area, but this was the right combination of a strong franchise, good ownership, strong community roots, all the things that the NECBL prides itself on. And Saratoga is really 15 miles away from the Vermont border. It's really close enough to New England.
Now, what does the one thing that the Westerners prides itself on?
The one thing that we pride ourselves on, well, certainly we very much work with the community. And when I say that, we're a not-for-profit organization. I think most people who have followed us know that, but for the viewers here who haven't, we are a not-for-profit organization and a registered 501c3 charity. And while we are soliciting sponsorships and donations to help us, at the same time, it's very important, and it's part of our mission statement, to give back to the community. And we do that through a whole litany of ways. At all of our home games, we honor a not-for-profit organization. We allow them the opportunity to spread the word about their organization, the benefits that they have. We only have our players here for a couple of months.
Right.
And during that period of time, we really try and give them the opportunity to give back to the community as well. We have our players go to elementary schools for their field days. We have our players go to libraries. We have a great library summer reading program where we promote literacy, especially among elementary school students. We have them visit the local hospital. So they are around in the community a lot for the 2 months that they
Right.
reside in Danbury.
Now, where do they stay?
So we have a host family program. We've been, this will be our 7th year doing the host family program, and basically what we ask members in the community to do is to open up their home for 2 months, allow these ball players in, the host family set the rules. They generally have food available for the players. They don't need to provide transportation. The players generally have a car. If they don't have a car, we pair them up with someone who does for those host families that host more than one ball player. And it's a pretty neat process, and this is really coming from experience. I'm not just the president, but I'm also a host family. My family and I have been hosting. This will be our 7th year hosting. We take 2 ball players every year.
Right.
You develop lifelong friendships and relationships. In fact, I'm optimistic. I'm seeing one of them this weekend in St. Louis, which is
good.
pretty exciting. The problem we do have, though, is we're a little short right now for host families for this upcoming year. And it's not because there's been bad experiences, but more so we've had host families move out of the area. So we are looking for new host families to join our team. I can just say from experience, it's a great opportunity, and you won't go wrong signing up with us.
Is there someone they can contact?
Well, then contact me. That's probably the easiest one. Paul Schaffer, pschaffer@snet.net. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. My address and my phone number is also on our website, danburywesterners.com.
Now, we have a big thing coming up in June.
Yes.
We have
several things actually coming up in June.
Where do we want to start?
Where do we want to start?
How about the exhibition games?
Sure. I was going to go chronological. So while our regular season starts on June 7th, we've scheduled a special exhibition game this year on June 5th at Rogers Park. We're going to be hosting the Housatonic Valley All-Stars, and we're doing this as a fundraiser to support Newtown Youth Baseball. They're looking to do some renovations onto their fields, and we just want to lend a helping hand as we do to other groups throughout the community. So it'll be a free admission, there'll be a pass the hat looking for donations, and 100% of the net proceeds will go to support this initiative.
Now, the breakfast is coming up.
You know what I like about Bob? You say the breakfast.
Yes.
Because people know it is the breakfast in this community here.
And it's with
Mr. Ron Darling
of the New York
Mets. Of the New York Mets. Yeah, we're very fortunate. We really try and get a former New York Yankee Met to come up to speak with us. And through the efforts of several people this year, we were able to get Ron Darling to be our speaker. It's kind of interesting. He's going to be in Washington broadcasting a game the night before.
Right.
And we're making arrangements to pick him up when the flight lands, and he will come up and speak to our breakfast. I've heard great things about him off the air.
Right.
And the guy's an Ivy Leaguer.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
he's a pretty smart guy.
Well, I remember when he came to Danbury in '87.
Yeah?
And it was a good turnout then. That was at the mall.
Oh, yeah? I wasn't in Danbury then, so
no, but,
I don't
yeah.
remember that. But I will ask him.
Yes.
So just one thing about the breakfast is that actually our table sales are going brisk. We do require reservations in advance. So
Right.
if people are interested, they can register on our website or they can contact me and I can make the arrangements for that.
Now, that night, which is the first home game of the season, which is against Vermont, there's
Yeah.
something special going on.
That's right. That night, we're also honoring the Newtown community. The events at 1214, obviously, were devastating to this whole region. And in a small way, we want to give back to the community. So we're really honoring Newtown. We're going to honor Newtown Youth Baseball. The league actually this year, to honor the whole community, are going to wear green ribbons on the back of their hats, not just the Danbury franchise, but all the franchises in the league, as a symbol of remembrance. And the league is also going to be selling green wristbands, rubber bands,
Right.
with 100% of the net proceeds going to a charity within the Newtown community. That's still to be determined.
I know your coach, Jamie Sheptick, has been doing that as well, right?
That's right. He independently, out in Keystone College in Pennsylvania, ordered several hundred, maybe 1,000 of these bands. He's been selling them at his games, and the response has been overwhelming, and we hope to be able to make a nice donation on opening night as well.
Now, June 8th, which is during the day, you're having the clinic, right?
Right. So every year we have our free kids clinic. It is limited to 125 children between the ages of 6 and 12. And basically they get free training from our ball players from 9 to 11:30. They get a t-shirt out of it. They get pizza afterwards. It really is one way that we like to give back to the community as well. And it's one of the first things that we have the whole team together, integrated with each other as well as a community event.
Now, I also know June 8th, because as a volunteer firefighter, we're going to be doing Volunteer Firemen's Night that night. Mm-hmm. And it'll be...
That's actually one of our more popular
Yes.
nights that we have at the ballpark. The firemen are great people, obviously, people I look up to, the whole community looks up to.
Yeah.
Again, a nice way that the Westerners honor these brave heroes. I'm sure there will be fire trucks there.
Yes.
I understand there might be a guest appearance by Sparky.
Yes, there will be. Sparky will make a guest appearance.
And he might be racing against our mascot, Westy.
Yes, that should be an
in the
interesting...
great mascot race.
Yes, that should be a very interesting night.
But no wagering allowed.
Oh, come on now. We get no betting on the winner or the...
No, we can't. No wagering allowed.
I do know that night, Mill Plain Firehouse, which I am part of, will be giving out 100 red and pink firefighter hats.
Very nice. That'll go over very well with
Yes.
the kids.
Kids, yes.
Yeah. It's kids only, right, Bob?
Yes, kids. Well, maybe we'll make a couple exceptions.
All right, great.
You know. Now, the Westerners do camps every year, correct?
That's right. So we've done summer baseball camps with a group called 21st Century Sports. They are very known throughout the Westchester and Putnam regions for doing summer baseball camps. We have 3 one-week sessions, Monday through Thursday, the weeks of July 8th, July 15th, and July 22nd. The camps run Monday to Thursday. It is a great deal. You get tutored by, hopefully, by the Westerners, who are
Right.
hopefully stars of the future.
Yes.
But certainly very knowledgeable in all aspects of baseball. And we actually break the camps out. We have a K through 6 group. We have a 7th grade to 9th grade group, and we have an elite high school group. So there's an opportunity for many, many youths to take advantage of this program.
Who knows? Maybe one of them youths might be playing for the Westerners the following year or something.
Absolutely.
If they're
Absolutely.
colleges or wherever they're going to.
Right. If they're talented enough, we'd love to have them back.
Now, the Westerners have a lot of, I'm trying to think of the right word, kids come in to help out during the season, right?
You mean our summer intern
Interns,
program?
yes.
Sure. Yeah, that is another nice facet of what we do here. we really have been recruiting interns from some very prestigious schools with sports management programs, University of Massachusetts Amherst, Fordham University, as two examples, Quinnipiac. And we have these interns do specific responsibilities, whether it's play-by-play, whether it's our journalist. You might have seen some of our press releases that we've been sending out. We try and engage the interns early in the before the season starts, and then they're responsible for all the on-field activities, the contests we have on the field, the cameras, all this. So we're pretty excited about it. We have a very good crew, it looks like, for this year, very proactive. If people are interested, they can reach out to me too, and we can see if there are any other opportunities available.
What's some of the other nights there that are coming up?
In terms of who we honor and all that? Well, we every year, right around Flag Day, the Danbury Exchange Club has a special night. We're very big fans of the Exchange Club and their mission to prevent child abuse. Actually, I've recently joined the Exchange Club as well. So that's a very special night that's coming up. We honor the Danbury Police Department. We honor animal shelters. We have a lot of different charities that go on the list here. And probably one of my favorites is the Jimmy Fund Night, which we have in July. I don't think we've finalized the date of that one yet. But one of our board members has been a very, very tremendous supporter of the Jimmy Fund, Bill Poulin, and raised over $1 million in small donations over the last 20 plus years. And we're thrilled to be a small part of helping him build awareness and raise some monies for his cause, for this cause. Now,
you also have something very interesting going to be coming up in July.
Well, July's a busy month too, Bob, you know. It's all busy.
Especially an exhibition game.
Yeah, so that's actually a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. We are fortunate enough to have Team Canada come into Danbury on Sunday, July 7th, I believe is the date. And this is pretty exciting. Team Canada was here about 4 years ago, and it was a great night. A lot of good talent on that team. Former major leaguer was managing the Team Canada team, and we're pretty thrilled to have them here for the night too. So that'll be a special night. That kind of actually before that is our Parents' Weekend.
Oh, that's right.
I should have mentioned that first. Yes. So each year we try and recognize the parents of the ball players. Right. Nice special pregame ceremonies and all. And it's truly a wonderful event. The players' parents really appreciate what we're doing for their sons this summer, and we like to try and recognize them for the sacrifices that they've made to get their sons to this level.
Now, the Westerners play how many games a year?
We play 44 games in 8 weeks. If you want to do the math,
that's a lot of.
It's five days a week, and as you know, it rains in the summer up here. We have several cancellations, and it's not uncommon for us to play anywhere from 8 to 12 plus nights in a row. I think we start off the season 8 straight days before our first off day. It is a tough, tough schedule. It's actually one of the things that really differentiates us from other leagues like the Cape Cod League, where the travel is 20 minutes, 30 minutes. These are long bus trips, and there's no overnights on these trips because you have to be in a different town the next day. It's a grind on the players, and the players know this. They are told this, and they are prepared to manage the grueling schedule that we have over the summer.
Well, if they go to if they become a minor league player or even a major league player, they're going to be on a lot of flights or. You know,
they'll be traveling a lot too. They'll at least have the opportunity to stay in the same town for a couple of days in a row. Unfortunately, we don't have that luxury with our schedule here.
What's some of our former Westerner names that you come to mind?
Oh my goodness. Well, we've had 19 Westerners make the major leagues. The most recent was last year. Mike Olt, who started at University of Connecticut. Texas Rangers infielder right now.
Yes, I know. I just got his baseball card.
Which must be a cool thing. That's very cool.
Yes.
So we've had 19 make the majors. Matt Joyce, the DH outfielder for the Tampa Rays, is up. We have 5 in the majors right now. Adam Ottavino, pitcher for Colorado, is another. And we have, the last time I checked, about 3 dozen in the minors or independent league baseball. Right. So it's really a testimonial to how well our franchise has done. I'll actually tell you a quick story. This will be the 3rd year that I've been president. The first year, I was very excited because we had 8 Westerners selected in the Major League Draft. Last year, we had 10. I mean, the program has grown leaps and bounds. I can't take all the credit as much as I'd like to take all the credit. I certainly don't deserve all the credit for it. But we've built a tremendous franchise right here. Billy Burns is starring right now in Potomac High A for the Nationals. I suspect he'll be the next Westerner to make the majors.
Well, you just had a former Westerner get signed with the Orioles, right?
We did. Tucker Nathans, Fairfield, right?
Yes.
Yes, Fairfield's all-time hit leader. Great young man. He won the league sportsmanship award when he played for us in 2010. Did not get drafted, which was a real surprise to a lot of us here, but has played independent league ball for the last 2 summers, was scouted by the Baltimore Orioles and has signed a contract with them. And I believe he's reporting to Aberdeen.
Yeah, that's in the
New York Penn League. So, we should be able to see him when they come up to Hudson Valley.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Hudson Valley games are really great. I mean, it's A-ball, and it's really a great...
And you see some great talent. I saw Evan Longoria there a few years ago, hit the longest home run in the minor leagues I've ever seen. He crushed one.
Now, you also have the Westerners Golf Tournament. We
do. The golf tournament's very special, Bob. What we've done, we changed it a little bit last year, and we've made it a celebrity golf tournament. So we've invited some former athletes, not just baseball players, to participate, and golfers can have one of these athletes as part of their foursome. We have scheduled to appear this year Tommy John, who won an awful lot of games for the Yankees and the Dodgers.
And of course, is famous for
his surgery. He's a gentleman. And we have Jeff Fiegels, who was the punter on the Super Bowl champion New York Football Giants.
My favorite team.
We'll have others announced too, but we're doing that right now. It's held at Richter Park, July 17th. We are looking for foursomes and golfers to join us. Again, people who are interested, they can contact me. They can go to the website and get more information about it as well.
What's the Westerners do in the off season?
Well, while people only see us for 2 months, really, in June and July, or 2.5 months into August, it's a full-time endeavor. I think I've gotten a little grayer these last couple of years because of it. We really try and stay relevant throughout the community in the off season. As I mentioned before, the recruiting of ball players is done in the fall, right after the season ends. We try and get verbal commitments from a vast majority of our team before the end of the year, before the end of the calendar year. Right. We also will be at different fundraisers and events in the fall. Most notably, we're at the Taste of Danbury. Our booth is there every year. And then in the spring, we really start to kick it up a notch. There's a couple different things we focus on. Again, raising money is a 12-month a year process. So we have 2 neat fundraisers in February. We have our annual chili cook-off that we sponsor with the city of Danbury. Which this year was a fantastic. It was great. Just a little bit of snow around, huh? And the 5K was, and then the 5K. The city of Danbury did a great job of getting clean the streets. I was very impressed. I thanked Mayor Bowden. I thanked Wayne Shepherd. It was wonderful. So, having 20-plus inches of snow 2 days before a 5K, the city cleared it off. And this was our inaugural 5K. Right. So it's not as if we have a lot of experience working one of these as well. But you know what? It was a beautiful morning. It got a little warmer, 18 degrees. Yes. And I know, and yourself was in it, right? Yes, I actually ran in the race. I didn't embarrass myself, so that's a good thing. Yeah. But I did wear shorts. Had to.
Yeah.
And you know what? Again, the city did a fantastic job. So this is going to become an annual event. We're looking to do a little bit more that weekend. It's going to be our Westerners Winter Weekend, and
Right.
I got to say, details to follow, but we have some neat surprises for the upcoming year. And then, besides the fundraising that we're doing, making sure we sell our banners that hang in the outfield, getting our ads for our yearbook, getting our sponsors for our games, we also have the baseball operations side. And when I
Right.
refer to baseball operations, it's we got to make sure we have bats for the team. We need
Right.
baseballs,
Balls.
uniforms. It's stuff that, quite honestly, a lot of people take for granted.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
Work.
And as I've said before, none of us get paid for
Right.
this. We're all volunteers. We all have day jobs.
Right.
So we try and squeeze this in and do the very best we can with the resources that are allotted to us. But I will tell you, we've been here for 19 years. That's a pretty good story.
And that sign on 84 is,
Yeah,
is really great to see. It
alerts people that, you know what, the
Exit
Danbury
5.
Westerners play here in Danbury. We're very proud of it. We are looking for an addendum to that sign that says 2013 NECBL champions.
Yeah, that would be
which
great.
we hope to add to it this year.
Well, the Whalers, Danbury Whalers,
Yeah.
for the first time in Danbury history, have gotten a championship.
They did a great job. My kudos to Herm, Alan Friedman, the whole organization there. They did a fantastic job packing an arena in and bringing the championship home to Danbury. I know how hard it is to get a championship, and you know what? We're ready to do this. We're ready to bring it on.
Yeah. Well, Paul, we're running out of time.
Already?
Yeah,
Wow.
the 30 minutes. This is almost the next fastest 30 minutes on TV.
You told me it would go fast, and it has.
Yes. But I wanted to thank you for coming
Thank you.
on here.
Can I make one more quick
Sure.
pitch? We are really looking for host families.
Okay.
We really do need host families. We want our ball players to be in a safe, comfortable environment. It helps them prepare and perform in our games. If you're interested in being a host family, please contact me. My information's on the website.
And you do have a great website.
Thank you. We've been working hard on it.
So with this being said, and we only have a short bit of time, 30 seconds to go here, I want to thank you for coming. And please stay tuned for another episode next week. And we should hopefully to have some more interesting people on from the Danbury Westerners as well. Plus, soon we'll have the coaching and players on as well.
Yep. June 7th is opening night. We hope to see a big crowd at the ballpark for that game and all of our games.
But, okay. Take care.